Hey guys, welcome to the 5th episode of Fantastic Frontier starting off new. I'm just going to start off by thanking you guys for helping me reach 500 subscribers. I think we're at 505 or pretty much around there. So I do want to thank you guys for that. It does mean a lot to me. I really appreciate it. And basically, we're just jumping into the video where we left off. We bought a lot of Noble Blue Seeds, so basically just doing a few of those runs, making quite a bit of money from them. So if you're a new player or you're just kind of not really at a late game point yet, I would definitely recommend doing this if you haven't been already. They're just a really easy way to make money. But as you guys can see, we have 3.1 mil, and I decided to go to Rising Waters and purchase a front bullet pack. Probably not the best buy for your money so early into the game, but you'll see later in the video why I purchased this. So it makes sense for me to do it here. It may not make sense for some of you to do it if you're kind of new, but I also buy some bullets, as you guys can see, because we still have that pipe rifle, so we have a pretty decent range weapon. And I have 1.6 mil, decided to buy the Vital Pendant, which gives you 1 HP regen, and basically if you have 400 health, I think you'll heal 4 HP per second. If you have 500 health, you'll heal 5 HP per second. That's how the +1 works for the multiplier. So it's not like crazy good, but it definitely helps out in situations when you're taking a little bit of damage. But as you guys can see, we were getting ready to do another farm run. Always check the shops, and I found Noble Blue Seeds again before I finished this farm run. So we went ahead and got all those seeds, sold them, and then bought more Noble Blue Seeds. A lot of Noble Blue Seeds. And as you can see, I did gamble on 2 of them. I got Litter and a Red Bean. So it almost was bad, ended up being decent because I ended up getting the Red Bean. I definitely wouldn't recommend choosing the 4th option, but I was feeling a little lucky, so I gave it a try. But as you can see, we went to fishing for a little bit. We have a treasure chest here. I don't remember exactly what we get in it, so I guess we're going to find out in a second. And, okay, so those are actually pretty decent pants as it comes down to it. They're actually extremely cheap, too. You can buy them from the Junkman, or Linkman, the Junkman, whatever his name is. They're really newbie armor because they don't give you a lot of armor, but they give 55 in all damage, so that's what makes them pretty useful early game. But as you guys can see, we had a lot of blue beans from those Noble Blue Seeds that we had planted, so we're back up to a lot of money again. But that's not going to last long because there's so many things that I need to buy, including a health upgrade, 1 million coins for 100 health. At this point in the game, it kind of benefits me. I already bought an amulet that heals me, so having more health will also make that amulet heal me for more. And we have 2.5 mil left. Decided to go buy a Ranger's backpack. So now we have 1.7 mil, but we have some decent stuff going on for us right now. Run into Linkman, the Junkman, decide to talk to him because I always talk to every NPC that sells things, and find the Garden Dweller armor. So I do decide to purchase the top because I'm still using the very bad top from Toppletown. So this is a little upgrade here, and now we're looking pretty decent if I do say so myself. I do decide to try to do the tower. I started at level 1, did it all the way to 35, but it was extremely slow. Decided not to show any of those clips, which you'll see why later in the video also, but we didn't really get lucky. From beating 35, you can get some really good stuff, but I didn't, unfortunately. So I decided to go try out the Magma boss, farm it for quite a bit of time too, and basically just making some slow and steady money. Personally, I think that I prefer fishing or killing the spider boss for money because the Magma boss is a lot more dangerous to be killing, and it's not really that much more money than the spider boss, if we're being honest. And if you get the stilts or the Corrupted Wizard Helm, you actually make more money from the spider boss. But we're going to spend some money buying more bullets because as a ranger you can never have too many bullets. And then we finally claimed the Junkman again. I think I was doing another farm run. Find him again selling the Garden Dweller, and I figure I have a little bit more money. Might as well buy this hat because we're still rocking the Corrupted Wizard Helm that only gives magic bonus. So now we have a full set of little noob armor that actually is probably the best armor to buy early game, in my opinion. It's extremely cheap for how much damage it gives. So I'm definitely happy with that. As you can see, we did some more fishing. I got a treasure chest, but I opened it without recording, and I got the Furnace Helm, which you've seen me sell. And I think I said it before, but when it comes to fishing, it's not my favorite thing to do, but the only reason why I do enjoy it so much is because when you get those treasure chests, I'm kind of like, I enjoy the thrill of opening it and seeing what I get. I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoy stuff like that. I think that's why I like doing the tower and farming the Lost also, because it just feels really rewarding. But anyways, we find some more Noble Blue Seeds, so you know we're gonna buy all that we can and do some fishing in the meantime. I always fish while my seeds are growing to be the most efficient with time while playing the game. And you can see we do have a new hat. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I think I killed a Frontier Dragon and got it, so that's pretty cool. Decided to go do some exploring, found a present. As you guys could see, didn't get anything extremely good. If I would have found that way earlier into the series, it would have been really good, but at this point it's just worth the money that I get from selling it, which is actually a decent amount. So I like, that's kind of another money making method that you guys could do if you're new. Just explore the map looking for like the interdimensional traveler or the frog in the cage. Like I found both of them right there, which is actually crazy. I've never seen them spawn so close before. So if you were kind of bored and didn't know what to do, you could just explore the map looking for presents or the interdimensional traveler, even though he doesn't really give anything good half the time, or most of the time I should say, or the frog in the cages, because as you could see, those sold for 100k. It's a pretty decent way to make money, but it's inconsistent because you never know where those things are at, and it could take you a long time before you found them. So I would recommend only doing it a little bit if you really wanted. But exploring the map's definitely not a horrible thing if you're new. It's better to learn the layout early on and get a feel for the game. And someone in my comments said to only ever choose the fourth option with the Noble Blue Seeds and get the presents and open them if you get the red seeds, because blah blah blah, you know, just so they're trying to be helpful, I think. But as you can see, I got four. I tried the fourth option on all four, and 3 of them gave me litter, and I got the red bean in 1. Which, if you do risk it and get the red bean, I would tell you it's better to just sell the red bean. But I figured I would show this for the content. Eating the red bean, you poop out a present, and then you can open the present. And as you guys can probably guess, we open it and we don't get anything. Like, I think that item sold for 90k, so it's definitely not worth doing that as a new player. But as you guys can see, after some Noble Blue Seed farming, I did find a present just sitting up here, which was pretty awesome because I don't know if I've ever actually found one just like so close to where I'm at. But we do open it and get the Wolfram Leader plate body, which sells for a decent amount. It's actually a nice piece of armor, but it's for melee, which we're not melee obviously. But we do decide to buy the Marksman rifle with the new money that we've acquired. It's like 160 damage bonus from our last weapon, I think, so it's definitely good. And as you guys can see, we do decide to go into the tower, definitely pushing the limits of what I probably am capable of. But I figured earlier I did 1 through 35 and it was slow, but that was before a few of the armor upgrades we had, before the weapon upgrade. So I'm feeling pretty good at this point. I'm going into it. I've done a lot of tower runs, so it's not too scary. And to save you guys a lot of time, I just went ahead and skipped straight to 35 and showed this. I definitely don't show everything, but as it gets further on, I do show more of the clips. And I know a lot of people have the most trouble with wave 40, which I won't lie to you guys, I did die a few times. It's been so long since I've done this one because I've only ever used floor 40 skips for like the past year, it feels like. So definitely had to get back into what I had to do. And this guy's actually not hard once you learn everything. The best case scenario is if the turret spawns diagonal from you. As you can see, I have both of their attacks on the same game tick, kind of, where when he shoots a meteor, the other ball's about to hit me so I can move and dodge it. It was a little shaky right there because for some reason he delayed his attack. Not sure what really causes him to do that, but it's not the hardest thing to do once you get it down. And the good thing about the tower is if you die, you can close the game, just Alt F4. And then when you load back into the game, instead of clicking play at the bottom, there will be a rejoin tower session at the top. And you click that. It's kind of an exploit, but I don't think it's like a big deal if you did it. So that's what I did when I died on this guy a few times. And it is what I would recommend for people trying to learn the tower on their own. But it is a very slow kill. I think overall doing the tower, it took me an hour and 10 minutes, I think. But I am a very newbie account, so I feel like I probably shouldn't have been able to attempt to solo it anyways. But as you guys can see, we beat wave 40, which was pretty awesome. I was hoping to see any good rewards here, but I didn't really get anything too good from 35 or 40. So you probably could have guessed it. I do decide to keep going into the tower, and I speed up waves 41 through 44. I figured you guys would want to see it. Some of you were asking me to make longer videos anyways, but I'm not sure, like I didn't really know what I should have done for this because in doing the tower, I assumed some of you would want to see it and some of you probably wouldn't want to see it. So that's why I have some clips in, a lot of clips aren't in it at all, and then I have a lot of it sped up, like these parts, because I'm trying, I guess I'm just trying to make everyone happy. I'm trying to think of what people would like, and this is the best outcome that I could have thought of for the video, which it definitely makes the video a lot longer, but it's still content, I don't know. But anyways, a lot of these waves are very simple, just running backwards and shooting. It's not really hard. This one's one of the easier ones. Wave 41 and 42 are actually really easy waves. 43 and 44 is where it starts to get difficult, especially 44. But on this one, it's basically the same thing of just shooting and kiting back, jump, and kind of parasol away when he does his jump, because it can damage you if you're too close to the ground, or like sometimes just too close to him, I think. But as you guys can see too, I did get hit by a spider, got scared, decided not to eat. I'm not even sure why I brought food, to be honest, because most of the things can one-hit me when I would actually need food anyways. But this is the hardest wave, I would say, besides 40, because I will die if I get hit once. So you definitely need to pay attention to their attacks, and you can see what I try to do here is you want to move into a spot where only one of them will be able to attack you, and use that one to body block the other ones, as you can see I'm kind of doing right here. It won't always work, like that one kind of walked around him and then that one walks around him. It doesn't work like 100%, but it works enough to be able to get one down, or almost kill one, or actually kill one. So it's what I did. I'm surprised I didn't die on this wave, because this was the one that I was most afraid of dying on. And I actually thought I'd be able to do wave 40 with no problem, and that was the one that I ended up dying on quite a bit. So it's a little weird how the difficulty is like super hard on wave 40 and then everything else is just super easy, but this is definitely the one that can get annoying. as a newbie player. That's why I figured I would show this one in regular speed in case someone was curious. You can learn his attack patterns. Anytime he just slams straight down, you move to the left. If he slides the sword at an angle, you jump. And then I think he has a sweep one also where you just jump. So it's very simple attack animations that they have, very easy to dodge. You can get unlucky when you spawn in. All three of them could be like attacking at like a different time or at the same time, which would cause you to not be able to dodge all of the attacks. I got pretty lucky with the way it worked out, so I wasn't too sad about it. And this is the wave that I hate the most just because he has so much health. I actually used magic. I fire spellbooked him a lot of the way and got extremely bored because it took so long, so I decided to use my gun on him. But with the front bullet pack, I didn't even use as many bullets as I thought I was going to, but as you guys could see from the rewards, they weren't extremely good to make me not want to risk it moving forward, so I figured I'm gonna keep going, and I figured I would show a few seconds of this guy just to show what I do. You can almost dodge all of his laser attacks, but sometimes a few will hit you, and that is why I bought the pendant, Vital Pendant, because it will heal you. So I pretty much just out heal his damage with that pendant. Figured I would show a few seconds on what I do with this guy. You can jump on his head, but in the process of doing so, he can do an attack that will kill you. But like once you're on his head, I'm pretty sure you're safe. I just like to do this because all of his attacks won't hit you if you see which animation he's using and react. So I figured I would show a few seconds of that, and now we are on to Mr. 58, which I think it takes me like 6 minutes or so. I'm not too sure, I didn't count or time it, but obviously it shows it in the video for you guys. I wasn't too sad about how long it took me to do the tower and how long it took. I assumed it would take a long time, so I just wanted to get it out of the way, get the reward, see if I could get lucky, get anything good. I probably don't plan on doing the tower again. It took too much time for the amount of money I ended up getting. I did also do it mostly for the helmet, the pommel helmet or whatever it's called, because that also gives 1 HP regen, and it gives more armor than the Garden Dweller helmet that I have currently, I believe. So it's just a best in slot helmet for a while. It gives me health, which gives me survivability, and there's always the chance of getting very good items from the tower, so that's pretty much why I tried to do it. And basically I don't think I got hit at all on this attempt. I also didn't die and have to retry. Most of his attacks you can dodge very easily. I kind of do it cautiously too. I play safer rather than risking it, because I do think I would die in one hit from anything, because I think I have like 40 armor and that's not enough to survive this guy. But most of his attacks are telegraphed, so you can see what he's going to do and react before it actually happens, which makes this guy very easy to kill. Not difficult at all. A lot of creatures on this game aren't too hard to kill. It's just taking the time to learn them. And I do get some comments from you guys asking, some of you don't know how to do the tower. I think I actually got one recently where he said he couldn't get past wave 40. And basically the best way to do it is to practice. If you want to be able to get past it yourself, you just need to keep trying. Maybe watch videos of somebody doing it and do what they do, which is why I also showed wave 40, because that is the hardest one for new players. And if you guys are still watching this, I do really appreciate it, because I know this one's a lot longer and there's a lot of stuff that maybe you guys wouldn't find interesting. For instance, a 6-minute Mr. 58 kill, but if you are here and you're still watching, I really do appreciate it. You guys are the loyal supporters that are keeping my channel alive, so I know I say thanks a lot, but just thanks again. And basically, I'm still kind of debating on what to do for the next episode. I know eventually we need to go back to the road because I tried to do that and failed, and I feel like I need to redeem myself. But I also want to save up for Forgotten Life armor, but that's gonna be a very long time before I have enough money for that. But I don't think I'm gonna buy any weapons or anything new yet, because getting Forgotten Life will pretty much make even the weapon I have now overpowered, because I'll have so much stamina I can continuously shoot with the weapon glitch cancel or whatever you want to call it. So when I double shoot, I'll be able to do that a lot, and I feel like it would probably be the best. So definitely saving up for the Forgotten Life, because endurance is just the best for endgame. And maybe, I don't know if I'll farm Lost, but I do want to get 1 kill on him after I finish the road, because I do want to get the Dark Sphere, Light Orb, or whatever it's called. I don't really remember, but I want to get into the vault and unlock more of that stuff in the Rat Boys Nightmare. And I know a lot of people love the gun fists and think they're a crazy good weapon for how cheap they are, and they make the star gun suck and a bunch of other stuff, but I actually don't really like the gun fist. They can't infinitely shoot like the star gun can, and the shotgun mode does do like really good damage and can hit multiple enemies, but the range is so short. I really dislike it. I'm not really a fan, and I know a lot of people won't agree with that, but that's just my personal opinion. I just don't like the weapon. I probably won't buy it. I think I'm gonna save up to a star gun probably. Maybe get the gilded rifle for 5 mil, because having the range I feel like is just extremely good. Unless I decide to get a lot of floor 40 skips and farm the tower a lot, then maybe I would buy Gunfists, because they're especially good in the tower, because you're close no matter what and you don't need to be far away to kill things. But anywhere outside of the tower, Gunfists are just not good in my opinion. So we'll see. It depends on what I'm going to do. I could end up buying them if I want to do more tower runs. If I'm not doing tower runs, though, I probably won't end up buying them or having them on this account. But anyways, as you guys can see, we are getting closer to finishing the first Mr. 58 kill on the account. We probably shouldn't have been able to complete it with the gear and weapon that we had, but if you know what you're doing, it's not hard. It just takes a lot of time. And hopefully, I was hoping to get something good, obviously, from this reward, but it could have been worse, obviously, but it wasn't really good. Nothing that I would be using. So basically just money that I would sell for. But I think when you complete your first tower run from 1 to 50 and win, you get the pommel helmet for winning. After that, it's a random item every time you complete the tower. But luckily I did get the pommel helmet, which is the best helmet for me at the moment, because it gives me another health regen per second. So if I'm wearing the amulet and the helmet, I would be getting 10 health per second until I upgrade my health again. But anyways, we completed that, which I was happy. I wasn't really too nervous about not being able to complete it. I pretty much knew I could if I put enough time into it, which it didn't take as long as I thought it would. So that's always a good thing. And once again, I do apologize if this video was too long for some of you guys. If you dislike it because it was too long, or maybe you like it more because it was longer, do let me know in the comments which you prefer. I know this one was longer, but it didn't necessarily have more content because it was just showing my tower run. But if you guys do want longer videos, just let me know. It might take longer to upload, because I think right now it's taking me about 3 days in between videos to upload new ones. But if they were longer, it would probably take me longer also in between uploads. So it's really just what you guys prefer, but I'm pretty much open for either way. And basically we're just selling everything that we have gotten from the tower, and as you can see, our blue noble seeds have grown into full flowers in the time it took us to run over there and sell our first inventory, which was pretty cool. And I think we had 10,000 gold when we were in the tower, and we're already up to 890,000 from selling. So we're going to make over 1 million from that run, which is good, because if you didn't watch my doing 10 tower runs, I think I've gotten 700k a few times. So anything under 1 mil is pretty unlucky for the tower. You should almost always get over 1 mil, but it's just RNG. You can get unlucky. But another cool thing about the tower is the rewards you get. I'm pretty sure you can almost get anything, excluding anything from the Rat Boy's Nightmare. Obviously you can't get anything from that, but like the regular itempedias, all of the monster drops and harvestables and everything you can get, I'm pretty sure, from the tower. So you see a lot of that popping up saying I found a new item from my itempedia. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and if you watched it all the way to the end, I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. And thanks for getting me to 500 subscribers, guys. It really does mean a lot to me. And now I suppose our next goal is 600. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.